the Lord of the work or the work of the Lord. It is not either or. Both are very important. There are two extremes that we need to watch out from this theme of our reflection. Good morning, my dearest friends, and welcome to this Sunday's reflection. Today is the 5th Sunday in ordinary time, year B. And the theme for our reflection today is the Lord of the work or the work of the Lord. The liturgy of the word today begins with the book of Job in the first reading. Job chapter 7 from verse 1 to 4 and 6 to 7. In this book, Job raises the fundamental question regarding suffering. Why suffering? And not just suffering. Why does the just suffer? That was the reflection of Job in the first reading. But in the gospel of today, from the gospel of St. Mark, chapter 1 from verse 29 to 39, Jesus comes to respond to the practical situation of suffering. We're told how Jesus cured the sick, those possessed or virulent diseases or evil spirit. Jesus came to heal our wounded nature, body, mind, and soul. He did not come to give us the answer to why suffering, but he came to respond to it by giving himself so that we can be healed. But my brothers and sisters, our focus for this reflection today is on the last verses of today's gospel. Mark chapter 1 from verse 35 precisely to 38. In these verses, we're told that Jesus left early in the morning and went to a lonely place to pray, to commune with his Father. This is very characteristic of Jesus as we read in several passages of the gospel. He always found time. He withdrew or he withdraws at various times to have some moment with his Father. But suddenly, as he was having this, his disciples came and said, "Master, everyone is searching for you." Meaning perhaps you are here praying instead of there walking. And that is where the theme for our reflection today springs from. The Lord of the work or the work of the Lord. Of course, it is not either or. Both are very important. But the question is, which comes first? Which one precedes the other? And so in the life of Jesus, we see that Jesus placed priority over prayer, communion with the Father, before service or the work of his ministry. And we see that in the Gospels, especially when he appointed the 12 apostles in the Gospel of St. Luke chapter 6 from verse 12 to 14. Luke tells us that Jesus went to the mountain to pray all night, and when he had finished praying, he appointed or selected the 12. And so for Jesus, the Lord of the work should precede the work of the Lord. What about for you and for me who are Christians? There are two extremes that we need to watch out from this theme of our reflection. And the two extremes could be taking either or. The first extreme is to think that everything is about the Lord of the work. And so for some Christians, they only devoted themselves to prayer and studying the Bible, but they never applied the fruit of their prayer or the knowledge from Scripture to life. Their communion with God or their understanding of the Bible has nothing, it does not translate into good example for others. Unfortunately, that is the type of Christianity we practice in this country, Nigeria. Where there is a call for prayer, you see thousands and millions gathered. Many show great depth of understanding of the Bible. But how has this helped us as a nation? How have we translated this into better lives for ourselves? Secondly, the other extreme is to focus on the work of the Lord. Some people are workaholic. They enter into the ministry. They spend time attending to people, doing works of charity and all that, without creating time for the Lord of the work. Their focus, their emphasis is on the work of the Lord. They think in the ministry they are working for the Lord to the detriment of their own connection to the source of that work, to the one who gives strength, who gives direction, who gives fruitfulness to that work. These are the two extremes that we need to watch out for as Christians. The two are important, the Lord of the work and the work of the Lord. But a life of communion with the Lord comes first before going into ministry, into working for the Lord. That is when our work will truly have meaning, will truly have direction, and will truly be fruitful and successful. And that is what we see in the second reading of today from the first letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, chapter 9. From verse 16 to 19 and 22 to 23. St. Paul tells us how he spent his life and he was ready to give his life for the salvation of others. That is the success of his own ministry, working for the good of souls. That is a man who was deeply connected to the Lord of the work, and so the work of the Lord was easy for him. My brothers and sisters, as we celebrate this holy day, let us draw close to the Lord of the work, Jesus Christ, who has called us. Let us unite ourselves to him, create time and place for personal union, connection to the Lord, so that he can direct, so that he can give meaning and give fruitfulness to our own ministry, to our lives, to our mission. May the Lord bless you this day and always.